Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Alpha Empire, it's your host Abby, and today we're going to be watching some videos that Sims will absolutely hate. Let's jump right into the clips, but of course right after you subscribe. Disclaimer, this video is made strictly for community/artistic purposes. No offense is intended towards any individual featured in this video.
No, it's just like a little bit boring.
It's boring?
A little bit.
You asked to be on the show. It's kind of rude to say that this is boring.
I'm telling you straight up, I'm just bored. These are just dumbass questions, bro. Like, what?
You asked to be on the show. In any case, you're not particularly adding to the conversation. You've been disrespectful this entire time. You're entitled, you're rude, you have TikTok brain, you cannot stay focused. I'm gonna ask you to leave.
Okay.
So get up, get the fuck out. Go ahead, Madison. On my deadass podcast, bitch, you fucking do OnlyFans, you fucking degenerate.
Glad she was kicked off the panel. If you don't want to be here, then you don't have to. Just get out. I don't understand why she's so disrespectful if she wanted to be here in the first place. She asked to come and now she's calling it boring. She deserves to be kicked out at that point.
This guy has been sending me Goodnight Queen every single night since May.
Anything a guy does for you, he's doing for other girls. And thank you to this man for proving me right. Look at this. Look at this. Started in May.
So I have bad news for you ladies. The account that's sending you goodnight messages is not a real account. In early May, I built an Instagram bot that would send these messages to a group of popular creators to measure the impact of artificially boosting their egos. My plan was to start in May and send goodnight to single large popular creators and then stop the messaging around December 23rd. Which is right in the midst of the holiday season and the most loneliest time for a single person. And I was going to demonstrate how much random people have influence over a popular creator whose entire self-worth is based upon the validation and appraisal of others.
If I don't get a Goodnight Queen, it hurts my feelings, and I love this.
And my hypothesis was correct. These women said they missed the goodnight messages. They were attached to it. Follow for more big brain social hacks.
This man is a genius. His experiment showed us that women become easily attached to any attention they receive on a consistent basis.
It's gonna be people by Andrew Tate.
I hate that guy. If you are listening, Andrew Tate, you are weird. Trafficker.
But they all say, liberals all sound exactly the same. They all say the same exact shit. It's been debunked over and over again. I've debunked it over and over again on my stream, and they will still all say the same exact thing.
He's a bald idiot, and I want to see him.
Hey, look, a bald idiot, you're gonna body shame him, but if I call you a fat 4, then that's fat phobic, but you can proudly say bald. It's really ironic. It's really ironic, especially the girl who said I want to peg you. She's at pride parades 100%. She's she's all for, she's probably bisexual, but then what she'll do to shame a straight man is say, I want to fuck you in the ass. Why? To humiliate him. So she's using homosexual acts to shame a straight man. It's really ironic, and it just points out how full of shit all these people are.
I don't usually like Sneeko, but I have to be honest, he has a point here. They're all about body positivity, and then they go about body shaming another man. Isn't that strange, guys? Let me know in the comments, guys. Does Sneeko have a point here?
How y'all doing today?
Fantastic. It's my birthday, actually.
Well, happy birthday, man. How long have y'all been together?
What, 3 years?
3 years.
Do y'all trust each other 100%?
Yes, absolutely.
Test the theory.
Go for it.
Swap phones. Swap phones.
Yo.
You fine with that?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yes, sir. Let's go do Snapchat. Snapchat. Let's just swipe to the left, you know? Who is Saggy Squoggy?
That's one of my best friends.
Go through the chat, see if your best friend try to holler at your girl.
Nah, he's not even like that. Let's see what he said.
No.
Y'all trying to keep the streak going, I see.
Okay. Who is Matt Byrne?
Matt Hilburn? We also just snapped.
I don't know who that is.
Whoa, don't invite. Need to hang out with my besties.
Wait, let's look at his snap.
Who is Travis?
Travis is one of my best friends.
Oh, why you trying to cover it? Travis might. Whoa. I love you. Should go on a date.
Come on.
Do you think you're too cool to text me back? Why she text that to another dude?
I don't know. Why you texting that to another dude?
She did cover it before.
Can you explain that?
I can't. I don't.
That's gonna be an awkward conversation at the end of the night.
It's sad to see how many men have to go through this. He's probably gonna stay with her after she gaslights him. So many men are never taught to respect themselves or learn to walk away.
So what if I'd slept with 100?
Good for you.
Then how would you then perceive me?
I mean, look, I don't judge people per se on what they do
outside of their like lifestyle, whatever. I'm just saying, for example, if you had 100 guys in your, I want to say, past or history, it could be considered bad for some people.
Okay, is it bad for you?
I think it's just up to your prerogative.
But is it bad for you?
I think it's a great option for you because...
A great option for me?
Yeah, yeah.
But what if I wanted to be your wife?
My wife?
Yeah, what if I want to be your wife?
100 men. You want to be my wife for 100 men? Let me ask you this. Do you think if you had 100 men, you could really bond with me all the way?
Yeah.
Still?
Yep. May the best man win.
You don't think...
Strongest bond.
You don't think that after the 100 men, you might have some animosity towards me? Like, in terms of like, all men are this way, all men are that way. I don't know if I can trust you. I think the more men a girl's been with, it's kind of like, it's harder for her to actually like trust somebody the same way. Because let's be real here. I say all the time, there's only like 3 to 4 relationships somebody has before they actually say, you know what, I'm tired of this. I think all people are the same.
We all know what he's really trying to say, but he's just too nice to say it outright. We know that no man wants a woman with over 100 bodies.
Abortion's great.
What?
No, are you fucking kidding me?
Are you fucking kidding me? No, I'm absolutely fucking right. Are you telling me abortion's great?
My kid has a choice to be here or not. And as a
Wait,
mother...
So the kid has a choice to be here or not, but you're taking that kid's choice away by fucking killing him?
No.
You just said that.
Common fat GW.
Would you be happy with your son dating a girl like you?
Yes, if she's willing to put in the work and effort. If she was willing to step out of the dancer life.
Oh, so she would have to quit.
She would have to quit.
Why haven't you quit?
I have quit, and I've been engaged several times, but they cheated, so I left.
Maybe you attracted the wrong guy because you're a stripper.
What is your problem?
That girl was spot on. This former dancer was probably still attracting the wrong type of guys, and that's why they always cheat. I think she needs to learn how to choose better.
My body count is 19, and yes, body count matters to me because it says a lot about a person.
My body count's 11, and no, it doesn't matter. Unless it's like excessively high.
Why do all girls say it doesn't matter though? Because it obviously matters to a point. There's gotta be a point where you're like, all right, nah.
That's what I'm saying. If it's like...
So where's your cutoff point? When you're like, hey,
I'd
I
say
need to slow
like
down.
40 for
40?
a guy.
Okay, what about a girl?
Girls can do what they want. They can have as many bodies.
I would say anything over 10 is too much. How do you even be with that many people? What do you guys think is a reasonable body count?
What do you think a father brings to the table that a mother doesn't?
How to fix your car or something, or gardening outside. Like the manual tasks together.
My mom was kind of, she's like the head honcho of the house, and like he's there for like support.
My dad was the breadwinner. He's very stable, logical.
Mothers are more nurturing and fathers bring like stability.
Well, it's sort of like, what does a man bring to a relationship? What does a woman bring to the relationship? I would tell my boys, when you find someone to marry, look at the relationship she has with her father, because that's her role model and that's the relationship she's going to have with you.
The father's role is to lead. It is to be the foundation that the family is built on. The father is supposed to be like a rock, an unshakable rock.
I just caught my ex cheating. I told her to come over, so let's see how this goes.
So why were you at Colby's house last night? No. No, stop.
I'm gonna say this video was fake because his reaction was way too calm.
What rights do men have today that women don't?
Oh, let's go down the list. Are able to walk out maybe in whatever they want to wear, or, you know, be able to stand strong through societal pressure.
Stand strong through societal pressure. So now you're saying women aren't strong enough to stand through societal pressure. Okay, maybe that's a you problem, not a man problem.
These modern women want to make their problems the man's problems. They have zero responsibility for their actions.
At the end of the day, everybody wants sex, right? It's a natural human emotion. Everybody has it. It's just in a way and a matter of how much you have it and like you're having it.
Do you think that you have a right to sex?
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
Because it's my reproductive right. It was given to me to do to have children.
What's the purpose of sex?
To have children.
Arguably, sex has two purposes. A, create new human life, which I think our society has forgotten about. B, emotionally bond with the person that you're having sex with. That's what your brain is designed to do. Every time that you have sexual intercourse, your brain releases oxytocin and it makes you feel emotionally bonded to that person, which is why hookup culture is so damaging, because it's not transactional. It's not supposed to be transactional. It's supposed to be bonding. I think that line of thinking is what's led to an extremely pro-abortion culture. I think that's what's led to an extremely pro-hookup culture. I think that's what's led to women being stuck in this zone and men being stuck in a zone of not being able to have a meaningful connection.
People forget that biologically sex is supposed to be for procreating. Every time we're with someone, we lose a part of our soul because we give that energy to the other person.
What would you guys rate this guy on a scale from 1 to 10?
2. Like a 3. I don't know. I don't know this person at all. 2.
What do you rate this guy on a scale from 1 to 10?
Like a 5 or a 6.
So if you had to go on a date with the first or the second one with the donut, who would you go on a date with?
The one with the donut.
I don't understand why women cannot be honest. We know they wouldn't go for the donut guy. The donut guy's probably already in the friend zone.
If your daughter had to go on a date with one of these guys, who would you pick?
Probably 1.
Probably 1? And why do you say that?
Just because he seems sweet. He looks sweet.
If your daughter had to go on a date with one of these guys, who would you pick?
Hopefully my daughter turns out lesbian like me.
Yeah.
Probably guy on the left. I don't know.
Guy on the left?
Looks a little bit more earnest. He's smiling. Guy on the right's kind of...
First of all, I don't really want kids. If she was dating, I'd want her to date someone she liked, and I wouldn't be happy if she dated someone who had different political views to my own, but not the Trump supporter, because, that's not a fun thing.
What if she's gay?
If she was gay, she would still go on a date with one of these guys.
Okay, this man's ripped. This guy likes coffee. And blue hair. Yeah, I still get the vibe she's gay.
If your daughter had to go on a date with one of these guys, who would you pick?
Let me see.
2.
Number 2?
Yeah.
Would you trust her with number 1?
Yeah.
Why are they so concerned with the sexuality of their children? They're hoping for their child to be a lesbian. It's very strange. Guys, this next video is my absolute favorite. But before we get to it, please hit that like button down below.
I'll duck you. Are you ready? How does it feel, huh? You always hit me, now I hit you. Huh?
You're lucky this is on camera. You're lucky this is on camera.
Post it. I don't give a fuck.
I'm saying if this wasn't on camera, I would have smacked you in the fucking head. It's your set, pussy.
If you're homeless, just buy a house.
If you saved $1 a day for a year, do you know how much money you'd have? Roughly $30,000. If you go to a restaurant and you're like, oh, what am I gonna eat for dinner? Like, that's the wrong mindset. You should be thinking, how can I buy this restaurant?
In my day-to-day life, I don't need a man to fix my car. I'll just go to the mechanic.
Do you know what country the Great Wall of China is in?
Country?
Yeah. If you had to guess.
Japanese.
If NASA says it's too hot to go to the sun, then why don't we go at night when the sun turns off?
We have a question here from Stifler. Ask the ladies to rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10.
I'd say I'm a 10.
10.
10. 10. 10.
It's very scary that this is America's youth today. These aren't paid actors, by the way. These are real people with these real thoughts. They genuinely think these things are true. At this point, I'd expect them to be flat earthers as well.
Well, first of all, it's not a baby, it's a fetus.
Well, what does fetus mean?
A fetus is in utero.
What does fetus mean in Latin?
What the f***? I'm sorry, is this
It means little human being.
The smile is very creepy. Okay,
smiling is creepy?
No, your smile specifically.
Got it.
But let's go back to, we're losing track here.
No, but what species is the fetus?
The fetus is not a species yet. It's technically classified as a parasite until it is viable.
So,
now I want to talk to you about something very quickly.
I can't get past that. Are you saying a baby is a disease or a tumor?
A parasite is not a disease and a tumor. Those are not the same thing. A parasite is defined as something that cannot survive outside of its host. A baby, before it is viable, cannot survive outside of a woman's womb.
Got it. So let's extrapolate that.
It is not a living organism.
Now guys, as always, when they don't have an argument, they have to go to insults. When Charlie said that fetus means little human in Latin, her response was to insult his smile. It really is sad to see that being woke makes people feel justified in calling a baby a parasite. Is that not crazy?
What do you think's a bigger problem? Toxic masculinity or toxic femininity?
Masculinity.
What is toxic masculinity?
Are you a teenager?
No. I'm 24.
Too old.
Expired.
Fatality.
Insulting random women on the street and calling them expired is petty and unnecessary. Let me know guys, do these street interview people take it too far sometimes? Or are they justified in when they make fun of these women?
Where is a systemic issue? Where is a law that's in the system? Where's a policy that's in the system of systemic racism in our country?
I don't want to talk anymore.
To her credit, at least she didn't start insulting the interviewer, because a lot of these wokies start doing exactly that.
Nobody needs you to advocate for how difficult it is to use gender-neutral pronouns. Nobody said that the gender binary was easy. These are not my preferred pronouns. These are my pronouns. You will use them, or you will not refer to me. At all.
Just don't refer
if
to
you
her.
misgender.
I'm good with that.
Well, it's just
We shall no longer refer to you.
It seems we need to make a pact, guys. We're not going to refer to these wokies anymore. On this next clip, guys, we see Charlie Kirk dismantle the brainwashing of a woke student. You can see the amount of brainwashing done to the student that he can't even answer a simple question like, what is racism?
Let me ask you a very simple question, a term you keep on throwing around.
Got you.
What is racism?
What is racism? Ooh, that's a very complicated question. But
no, it's not.
I mean, there's a simple answer, and then there's the highly theoretical answer.
Give me the
simple answer will essentially be because we have like different skin colors, that he's treated a different way than me. He has like a different upbringing than me.
No, but what is racism in practice?
It's discrimination.
Based on the color of the skin.
Based on the color of the skin, yeah.
Got it, thank you. So isn't it racist then to then penalize white people to come into college or to get jobs based on the color of their skin?
Well, no.
Wouldn't that be racist? So you're arguing for a very racist policy, which is that we should actively discriminate against people based on the color of their skin, which is affirmative action in DEI in practice.
I just disagree with the premise that you can do like anti-white racism because
Wait, can you be racist against white people?
No, bro, I'm a cracker, bro. What the f? No, you can't be racist towards white. Bro, there's so many crackers here, bro. There's your clip, bro. There's your clip.
Yeah, I'm clipping that.
Do you guys see the contradiction here? First they say things like, I don't need no man, and then they go ahead and make these kinds of TikToks. Now if she was pregnant or had some kind of injury, I would gladly give her my seat, but otherwise, she is a strong, independent woman.
Now let's hear from this ma'am with this stirring story, which I'm sure is 100% true.
I was at work and a customer called me sir, and I said, sir, actually it's a ma'am. And then everyone around started clapping, and the guy who said it actually got arrested.
And then he was sentenced to death, yeah.
Now I wonder why this sounds very similar to those outlandish Reddit stories that we always see. It makes you doubt if it's really true.
Did you just assume my gender? You said white man.
Okay, I see your point there.
How do you know I'm not a woman?
I see your point.
You need to check your white privilege, your white female privilege.
Guys, whenever you're debating one of these wokies, always use their own logic against them, because they will have no words to come back at you. Now guys, this next clip is absolutely wild. Here we're gonna see a woke Karen hit a woman and then start crying on the ground and rolling around, pretending to be the victim. Now luckily for this lady, she was able to record the whole thing and couldn't be framed. Quick question before I roll the clip. What would you guys do if a random woman hit you and then started rolling around on the ground pretending that you hit her first?
Oh my God! Oh my God! Do you see this? Oh my God! I never thought nothing like this would happen to me. She just tried to run and hit me, and now she. Did you see her? This is crazy. Oh. You keep lying saying I'm threatening you, so I'm recording to protect myself. Look. Get away from me! Oh, y'all better get this lady! Get away from me! You gonna security! Get the fuck out!
Do you think you're masculine?
Very well put. I think that I'm an aggressive alpha female, but I'm very feminine when it counts, and that means within my relationship. Like,
would you date a man who's feminine presenting in the workplace, but then in bed he's dominant? So if I was dating you and I'm always feminine and I'm wearing high heels and I'm outside in public being girly and stuff like that, and then I come home to you and then I'm masculine, would you still respect me?
No, but that
women always want it one way, but they don't want it the other. They don't recognize their own double standards, and they justify themselves by saying things like, oh, it's different for men.
Women often talk about hormones influencing their emotions and behavior. Why are there some women who shame men for being horny when testosterone is a male hormone?
These interview questions seem super sexist, and I'm not going to continue this.
Well, in other words, why are men expected to accept female hormones, but women won't accept male hormones?
Wow.
That's a really good question. That makes me so ignorant, but I've never once I've definitely been like, wow, what a horny man. But I've been like, oh, my period, I'm so mean. Okay, wow. Okay. That's a good question. I don't know. I'm ignorant to that one.
We definitely need to be asking more of these questions that make these feminists actually think for once.
Nora Vincent has died by assisted suicide. She was a radical feminist who believed men lived on easy mode and tried to prove it by disguising herself as a man for 2 years.
Men are suffering. They have different problems than women have, but they don't have it better.
Do you think women understand what it's like to be a man?
Not at all. No clue.
Ended up hating women because of how bad women would treat her. She couldn't understand why women had no sympathy, had no empathy towards her. She was a man with no status, and she couldn't understand why women didn't give a shit. And she ended up killing herself. Now,
it's a very sad story.
It is a sad story.
But it does paint a picture about the world that we already know and that we try to help.
It is a very sad story because she experienced what a man has to go through and she ended up killing herself. It's very tragic, but it paints an accurate picture of just how much difference there is between a woman's life and a man's life.
How much do you weigh, Ali? I'm just curious.
I'm not comfortable sharing. I think he weighs more than all three of us combined.
Well, she. Wait, excuse me, ma'am. How much do you weigh?
You're mad. In my head, I'm the baddest bitch.
To be honest, I feel kind of bad for him. He was fed lies about him not being in the right body, and now he had to go through some surgeries, and now he's permanently damaged.
Can I get a video of you for a second saying that how you're excited to be in this match?
You want a video of me being excited that I'm on a bench?
So?
I'm so excited to play on the bench. I'm so excited. Yes.
You know what? You're officially canceled.
It's honestly astonishing how stupid some of these wokies can be.
What do you do for a living?
I don't work.
So what do you do during the day?
Nothing.
You don't want to work?
No.
So you're just living off of his child support?
I am. And we live with our mother.
And you're proud of that?
Well, we were living with him, and I was a stay-at-home mom. He made the income.
But you can work now, right?
I can, but...
No, but you can go get a job, right?
I could, but I'm not going to. My rent's free. My food is free. My mom's the homeowner. We don't have to pay nothing.
Who covers health insurance?
I do.
What I'm going to do is give you credit, actually. Bring your child support down.
Down?
Monthly, yes, slightly. It's still expensive. $1,093 a month.
That's it?
Well, it would be more if you get a job.
He would pay more if I got a job?
No, it would be more for the child if you got a job.
She's like a giant mosquito who sucks you dry of all your assets. She came to this trial to get more money out of that poor man, but luckily the judge was a good person and she made the child support less and forced the woman to get a job.
What is the most effective way that people can lose weight? In your experience as a doctor.
Right. One of the things...
Eat less food, do more exercise.
Maybe these folks should try eating less and doing more exercise. It'll definitely do them some good.
I'm not into all the other bullshit. I think...
What other bullshit?
The they and them.
Yeah.
And all that extra shit that we added during the pandemic because everyone was so bored on their fucking houses. They just started to make up more shit and more shit.
More stuff.
Yeah. That's where the conservatives like me because I'm just real.
Yeah, you do have a conservative vibe to you.
You're not them. You're trans, you're male, or you're female.
And you're standing on that.
Get so mad when I say that. How are you a they? What the fuck does that mean? It's stupid is what it is.
Yeah.
But you need someone like me that looks like me to say it. Because if you say it, it turns into you're homophobic. You hate trans people. You hate gays. And it's just how you feel. You don't hate anyone. You just think it's stupid.
So my class decided to stand but not say the words. Totally fine. Except for the fact that my room does not have a flag. It used to be there, but I took it down during COVID because it made me uncomfortable.
The school district says that's Kristen Pitson, who identifies herself as an 11th grade teacher at Back Bay High School here in Costa Mesa. She starts that TikTok video by saying that during the Pledge of Allegiance, she gives students the option to stand and say the words. She goes on to share that her class does not have an American flag and that she took it down during the pandemic because it made her uncomfortable. In this video, Pitson says a student asked why there was no flag recently. She says she tells the student she would try to find it, but then admits she's lying. Parents in the area say they are shocked by what the teacher says next.
In the meantime, I tell this kid, we do have a flag in the class that you can pledge your allegiance to. And he looks around and he goes, oh, that one?
I'm surprised she's not fired yet. She's indoctrinating our children and forcing them into the rainbow community. Remember guys, there was a pride parade where they were yelling, "We want your children."
Oh, absolutely. And I do believe there is something to be said about this sort of, how do I put this, willing ignorance, right? This sort of duality between that consciousness of being aware in such manner and yet readily marginalizing that intersectionality. It's very profound. These conversations are intrinsically multifaceted, right? There are different angles to be looking at this from, and it's crucial to juxtapose that contrast within those realms of varying perspectives. And it's sort of the case where, you know, are we asking ourselves the right questions, or are we all just sort of victim to the cause itself? It's suffocating, to be quite frank. It's paralyzing. But having these conversations is extremely, extremely vital in fundamental change, and being able to sort of step back and look at this from a bird's eye view and not just a worm's eye view. And that, of course, begs the ever-aching question of whose bird is this, right?
They say a whole lot of words but have no substance in their words.
So why are we out here today?
To support the children. Sure. I'm a teacher.
And like how specifically?
Talk to you for a sec? Sure.
Oh God, here we go. Okay, so they're gonna basically assume my motives and go up to everybody I interview and do this whole thing again. You guys have seen it time and time again.
So really, are you gonna manipulate what I said?
Absolutely not. I never take anybody out of context. You can watch all of my videos. I oftentimes include
card or something.
Card, no, but I can give you my YouTube channel if you would like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Nuance Bro. So just nuance and then just bro at the end.
Okay.
But yeah.
Stop the trolling, dude.
I'm giving them my credentials. They can look on my YouTube channel.
That's exactly the problem.
What do you mean that's the problem? What? That's ridiculous.
We said that today we're not going to give you interviews, and we want you to resign.
But why?
It's a personal.
Is it because they're calling my skin?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. So then, what's the reason? Give me the actual reason.
It's my choice.
Based on what? How come you're giving other people interviews?
It's my personal choice.
What's the actual reason?
Thank you.
What happened to have a conversation? I thought that's what we need to have, a conversation as a country.
Okay, I'm totally good with it.
I know. I appreciate it.
Change anything.
I would never do that. I would never do that. Plus, it's being live streamed too as well, so people can see if I took anything out of context as well. You can take a picture if you'd like.
I just want to know because
The reason these wokers are so bad at debating is because they never actually critically think. They just repeat the same nonsense over and over. Guys, this next clip is a prime example of the woke mind virus. Western women have been heavily brainwashed. All the men in the clip are saying they need women, that women are valuable, but all these women are saying they don't need a man, that only 10% of men are good. These women have grown such a pessimistic view of men.
Do men need women?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Do women need men?
No, absolutely not.
What would society be like without men?
I think the great men stay, the trash men go. Where's the trash man? Take them out.
What percentage of men are good and what percentage are trash?
10% are good. Yeah. 90 of them are trash. Yeah.
What would society be like without women?
Absolutely terrible.
What do you think feminism has done to modern day women?
I think modern day feminism is just an absolute disgrace. I think it's become a political weapon to push the narrative that women are inferior to men and women are not valued in society and women need to fight and be almost super aggressive towards men is completely wrong, because women are probably one of the most valuable things in society.
And feminism tells women that men don't believe they're valuable.
Feminism tells women that men don't value them as a whole, but I think feminism makes women feel like they're not valuable to themselves, and I think that's the worst message that you could instill in the younger generation.
Companies can pay women less, why don't they hire all women?
well, that's a whole nother story.
Really?
I understand your argument, and I understand that you're angry.
I'm not angry.
I can hear it in your voice.
I'm not angry.
Your voice.
I'm hearing my voice and I sound pretty calm.
You have now shifted the quality of your voice, and I thank you for that.
Okay.
And you've just given me a condescending look, and that's another reason why we need feminism. And now I'm done, and thank you so much.
As always, they have to resort to gaslighting us when they can't argue against us.
I don't know. Tomahawks? I don't know. Is that right? What that is? Okay. So got to what? 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 So got to no no so got to so got to what? So got so got to what? So got to what? Oh, so like I get to go home, and I get all of my feathers.
I'm sorry, but is she really fit to be teaching her kids? She's out here dancing and wearing a rooster costume. Frankly, she's more fit to be in the mental hospital.
Would you be okay with a mother taking drugs and drinking alcohol while pregnant?
Of course not, but that's not the point.
Not her body, not her choice, I guess.
Look, I've got a question for you.
You are contradicting yourself by saying she can't drink alcohol and take drugs. Why not?
Because it's medically proven that it can affect the baby.
What does abortion do? Kill the baby.
Imagine being trans and trying to go get your medication.
I can't imagine.
And I literally walk up there, the lady on the phone is like, oh, can I have your last name? And so I give it to her. She's like, oh, okay, I'll meet you out there and I'll give you your prescription, right? So I'm waiting and she comes out and then she says, oh, is this for? And then she says my dead name. No! And I'm like, my name is Rylan.
Sir, I've made a terrible mistake.
And she just looks at me. And then she puts the medication on the table and shuts the door and locks it behind her.
This conversation is over.
Guys, do you even understand what she's saying? I just heard a whole bunch of gibberish.
Elon Musk's trans daughter is absolutely eating him up on Threads right now. He just did an interview with Jordan Peterson where he dead named her, used the wrong gender for her, and said she was dead. Said that the woke mind virus killed her. She's 20 years old and very much alive. He also said he was tricked into giving her gender affirming care and that now his goal is to end the woke mind virus because she was killed by the woke mind virus. So she went to Threads, came out swinging, basically saying, you don't know shit about me, you have never been in my life, and I don't want to be associated with you in any way. And then she did a public interview with NBC where she said that Elon was an absent father and that he harassed her all the time and that he would pressure her to deepen her voice as young as elementary school and that he would also pressure her to act less femininely and things of that nature. I'm just so sick of these men acting like their kid being trans is the reason they have no relationship with them instead of like the fact that you're an asshole. It's the fact that you're an asshole. Like Elon has said that cis and cisgender would be considered slurs on Twitter. He said that he's gonna pull out of business in California because he doesn't agree with the ways that they're trying to protect trans youth. Like they are making their lack of relationship with their kids due to their own shitty behaviors everyone else's fucking problem, and I'm so sick of it. He pledged to donate $45 million a month to Donald Trump's super PAC. Then he like weirdly walked it back, but he still endorsed Donald Trump and is saying that that is why, because he's trying to kill the woke mind virus. Don't ruin everyone's lives because you're a shitty father.
I can't even imagine the pain a father would feel when this happens to his son. They lose their child even though their child is alive. Now finally guys, we're at the last clip. This is my absolute favorite. Let's see a woke mob go crazy.
This guy right here! This guy right here! Joey!
I'm sorry. Well, fall back, fall back, fall back, fall back. We stay back, fall back, fall back. We will fall back, fall back.
So in this first clip, we have a Karen who's trying to steal a Christmas tree from a gentleman. She's acting like the victim as if she owns the tree. She has a crying voice and she's pleading for the tree to be given to her. I'm not sure why she thinks that she deserves to have the tree more than the person who actually bought it, and why she thinks she has any right to try and steal it. Let's see the clip.
What are you doing?
This was the last tree.
Okay, well I just bought it,
No,
so
I
can you
need
not?
it.
Okay, can you get away from my tree?
it's
What are you
mine
doing?
now.
In this next video, we have a crazy Karen who's sticking her hands through another person's window. She's angry at the person for some reason that we don't know, but the driver is apologizing for whatever his mistakes may be. She's swearing at the woman inside the car and asking her to apologize to her at the same time. Doesn't that sound contradictory? I wonder what's going through her head right now. She says her kids are in the car and the window's open, and she's swearing in front of her kids, but she says that her kids are listening to Kids Bop, so they can't hear. Let's play the clip.
Calm down.
It's okay, I'm sorry.
He apologized.
It's my fault.
He apologized.
Yeah, I know.
And you know what? That didn't upset me. But the bitch ass hoe
Sorry,
that told me
bitch
to calm down. What I'd like you to do is apologize instead of being a bitch.
You're calling me sorry, but you're calling me a bitch. So set an example.
I'm sorry.
My kids can't hear me calling you a bitch.
Your window's open.
They can't hear me because they're listening to Kids Bop.
I'm wondering what kind of drugs these Karens take. In this next video, we have a Karen who's trying to citizens arrest someone. And guess what the reason is? It's because the person parked too close to her car. What kind of bigotry is this? Let me know, guys. Is trying to arrest someone over parking too close to you even justifiable?
I'm placing you under citizen's arrest
For what?
for parking too close to my car.
Oh wow, I'll just go.
Yeah, just move it. Move the
Oh, no, you don't, princess. Stop filming it!
Guys, this next clip is absolutely insane. Here we have a Karen who's a landlord, and she pretends to be beaten by her tenant because her tenant did not pay rent in time. Doesn't that seem a little absurd?
Oh my God, she's hurting me!
Really?
Really? She's pushing me! She's kicking me out!
This is the shocking moment a landlord was caught on camera falling to the floor and claiming she was being assaulted by her tenant.
I hit my head on this chair table!
Vontice Wines was at her rented townhouse when her landlord, Lisa Anderson, entered the home and reportedly got upset that Vontice did not pay her rent earlier than its due date.
I do not touch
You tweaking?
Varsity can't touch you! Oh my God,
This
she's
is bars up.
Oh
Really?
my God, she's hurting me!
Really? Really?
She pushed me! Oh my head!
Really?
Oh my God! Michael, get the police!
That's when I started gagging.
She's pushing me! She's pushing me! She's kicking me out! Get the guys out! Get the guys! Oh my God, she's a psycho! She hurting me so bad, I'm gonna press charges against her.
Quick disclaimer, if you guys are enjoying the video so far, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps out a lot.
She killed me and pushed me up front, so I hit my head on this chair table.
According to Vontice, Lisa would often pressure her to pay her rent before the due date.
Do you want to live here for free? And I didn't need to get the remote garage.
After Lisa's claims of assault, Vontice said she and her son have since moved out of the townhouse, making her feel a lot more safe.
Oh my God, she's hurting me!
She said she still remains uneasy about the ordeal, as the landlord doubled down on her claims that Vontice injured her.
I hit my head on this chair table.
Karen goes nuts on land
20 mile an
speeding.
hour speed limit here.
Is it really?
Did you not see the sign there? What are you really? Did you really just try and drive off from me? There are children on this road.
Children where? What the kids?
Goodness sake! It's a 20 mile an hour limit. That's all you need to know.
We was doing 20 miles
You
an hour.
were not doing 20 mile an hour. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit cross here. We have fought long and hard along this road.
You fought long and hard.
Are
That's
you
not very
laughing at
appropriate
me?
with kids on the street, is
Are
it?
you laughing at me? We have hoons like you coming up and down this road, going crazy in your Range Rovers. Why do you even need to go so fast?
I was like 25 miles. I was 5 miles.
25 miles an hour. Do you understand the difference when a child gets hit between going 25 miles an hour and 20 miles an hour?
Well, no, I don't.
Do you have any idea?
No, I don't. Do you have any idea?
Yes, I do.
Well, how?
I have watched the videos of children being hit at 25 miles an hour, and it is not pretty.
Is that what you do in your spare time? Is it watch little kids getting hit by cars?
It is not.
See you later, yeah? What are you doing? Are you not going to let us go now?
Now, to be honest, I kind of agree with the Karen here. If the guys were driving 5 miles over the limit in a school zone, that's completely inappropriate. They should be driving at the limit while school is in session, because someone could get hurt, and that could be the difference between life and death. So the Karen may not be in the wrong here. Perhaps she had an overreaction, but I can understand her point of view. In this next video, we have a Karen officer who's yelling at workers for not showing their ID. She should be more understanding that sometimes people don't have their IDs on them, and she has no reason to yell at them. She can also speak calmly and be more kind or compassionate, but it seems she's on a power trip trying to make herself look big.
I am not speaking to you. I'm talking to you. Speaking to you. Why were you looking at me?
You're so hostile, Miss Lady.
Don't get on my face. You want to get mad at me?
We recorded
You get mad at me because you get mad at me.
Give me your identification.
That suspicion isn't a crime. We're in full uniform, Miss Lady. We're not doing nothing wrong. What do you mean this ain't a uniform?
She is not in full uniform.
She has it on her phone.
So what? I can get anything on my phone.
She has her badge, her name.
I don't care. She should have her badge around her neck. Give me the name. Okay. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Can I get a supervisor?
If I call.
Can I dig in my pocket to grab my phone?
Sure, you can get your supervisors.
Okay, no, I want your supervisor.
Oh, I don't. Well, can you call one?
I don't have one on duty.
What do you
right now?
D Blasky. All right.
Give me.
I'm gonna give you. You gonna get what you gotta get coming.
772 the county. Can I have your name on?
Make sure you tell them the right thing. You ain't doing nothing wrong.
I know you're not.
I know you ain't doing nothing wrong, right?
I'm not saying you're doing it.
Right.
You can cancel that. I didn't say you're doing anything wrong, but I want you to identify yourself because you're going in and out of all these buildings. That's all I asked for, right?
Grandmother.
And then he's not in any of uniform, and she has no badge, and she has no badge, and she has no.
Miss Lady,
where's the
but you
badge?
making sure we're the bad people. So I'm
at anybody's phones. I want a badge. I want a badge.
Let's go. I want to go to jail.
I want a badge.
Because I'm looking.
I want a badge.
I'm put me in handcuffs. Let's go.
I want a badge.
I'm not breaking any law, Miss Lady. You have to be trespassing.
You're trespassing. It's private property. It's private property.
You have to be trespassing. You the cop. You know the law.
You are trespassing. It's private property.
We're not trespassing. You have to be trespassed.
Okay, so can we leave? No, stay.
Okay, we can stay. So are we being detained?
2772 to 2772.
So we are being detained. Are we being detained?
I just want your
So we're being
identification.
detained because are we being detained?
Give me your badges. If you can certainly show a badge to anybody here, you can show me the badge. You are.
Civil servant.
All I did was ask you for your identification. How am I being hostile?
Let's de-escalate.
Did I ask you for your just
You
your
protect and serve me. Can you de-escalate?
You are a civil servant. Give me your
Can you please
identification of where you people
yes,
work.
I will give you my identification.
Will you? Okay. I am not speaking to you. I'm talking to you. Speaking to you. I will be looking at you.
Why are you so hostile, Miss Lady?
Don't get on my face. You want to get mad at me.
We recorded.
You get mad at me because you get mad at me. Give me your identification. Who you work for? Man, me too. Don't anybody worry about
You're a police caller, bro.
Yes,
we do have badges, lady.
Suspicion to me thinks something is going on. They don't have badges.
We are wearing.
No, she doesn't.
Look what we're wearing. Don't pull it out. We're working.
Does she have that on?
So, Miss Lady.
Miss Sir. Mr. Sir.
That's all right.
Sorry.
You put me on YouTube. You going on YouTube. You might be famous. In fact, y'all right with the camera crew. Where the camera crew at?
We don't have it over there.
Okay.
She does not have.
How about this? Until your supervisor be here, I'm going to invoke my Fifth Amendment. Now, if you want to arrest me, you can do that. I'm sorry it has to go like this.
As well.
But for a man that's protecting his rights, you want me to...
What? Identify yourself?
No, to plead the fifth because I have not committed a crime. I only answer when I commit a crime, Miss Lady. I have not committed a crime.
All I'm asking you for is your ID.
But I will have to give that if I commit a crime. You start arresting people.
Comment down below if you think the Karen officer is right, or should she have handled this situation differently. Imagine this, guys. Imagine you're extremely stressed, you live on the highest floor of the building, and you have a lot of stuff that you need to carry all the way up there. Do you think because of these circumstances you own the elevator, or you deserve to be in the elevator alone with no other passengers? Because that's exactly what this next Karen is doing here. She wants the whole elevator to herself, and would rather the other man walk up the flight of stairs. Karen, we understand that you're stressed, but you need to understand, this elevator is not your property. You don't own it. Anyone can use this elevator.
Excuse me. Can you not come in? Look, I've got all this stuff. I'm moving in today. I'm really stressed. I'm on the 31st floor. I just want to be in this lift on my own.
Okay.
Can you just wait for the next one?
Look, I can literally just stand here now.
What? No, you can't. Can you get out?
Excuse me, why?
Because I just want to be here with my stuff on my own. Get it out. I'll send it down again. All right?
Look, the space here.
Look, I'm moving into the 31st floor.
Okay.
Have some respect. What floor are you on?
I'm on the 5th floor.
You should use the stairs.
Sorry?
You've got no luggage. 5th floor, young bloke. I want you to have some respect. I'm on the 31st floor. What's so funny about that?
Well, I don't care if in the
31st floor. Did you hear that?
Okay. What do you want?
Well, do you know how high up that is?
31 floors?
Yeah, and I've got all this stuff.
Okay.
I'm moving in today to the 31st floor.
Okay, but I can still fit in here.
I don't want you in here. I want to get up there to the 31st floor.
Okay, but you can move your suitcases here, yeah? You
No.
You can move them out of the way. Look, you don't own this. You don't own this lift.
I know, but this is the day I move in to the 31st floor, and I want you out of here.
Sorry, love, what
Any
floor
other
is it?
day I'll be fine. But I'm stressed. I'm moving in. I'm stressed. I just want to be on my own with my luggage. Go up to the 31st
floor, yeah,
and get out.
Okay.
And I'll send the lift back down.
Okay, but why does you being on the 31st floor mean that you have more right than me?
Because I'm a lot higher up than you.
Okay.
You're only on the 5th. Show some respect.
Show some. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, yeah.
Do you know how high up that is?
Well, yeah, it's
31
31 floors.
Yeah. That's a lot higher than the 5th floor or whatever it is you're on.
26 more floors than mine.
Well, whatever you say, yeah.
Yeah, well,
I was never much good at maths, but I'm on the 31st.
Okay, well, congratulations. I am going to remain here. I'm not going to move. Because you've got your suitcases here.
I just want to be in here on my own with my luggage, go up to the 31st floor, and then I'll send the empty lift back down for you.
Okay, you can still do that, but I'm still going to the 5th floor.
I'm a lot older than you. You need to have some respect. I'm going up to the 31st floor, every floor on my own. You just wait outside for a couple of minutes. I'll be out, I'll be gone. You can get in the lift on your own. All right, come on. Let's open the doors. Where's the button to open the door? Is that the one?
Yeah.
Come on, out you go. Out you go. Thank you.
That's exactly what we're all asking, man. What does she want? All these Karens make their problems everyone's problems. Anyone know why they do this? Guys, this next Karen is just a racist. I'm already gonna say it. Here's a brief explanation of what the encounter involves. My man here is going to his office, for work obviously. He owns a business here. Now a Karen wearing a blue shirt, pretty common trope, stops him and says that he's not allowed to park there because it's staff parking only. What she doesn't understand is that the gentleman in the car actually owns an office here, so he's above the staff in a way. She even goes as far as to say that he might just be security there, and she assumes all of this based on his clothes. Her main reason for stopping him is that he's not in office attire, which is why he doesn't work here. That's pretty presumptuous of her, is it not?
What do you mean why am I parking here?
Can't you see the sign?
Okay.
What does the sign say?
It says staff parking only.
You're not staff.
What do you mean I'm not staff?
You're not staff. This is an office building.
Okay.
You're not staff.
Okay, well, love, I've got an office here.
No, you don't. No.
What do you mean no, I don't?
No, there's no way you could, because this is a corporate office and look what you're wearing. There's
Okay.
no way. Like, what is it, your first day of security? is that why you're here?
What do you mean?
Well, you're in a fluorescent jacket.
Love, there's Coach Prada, love.
It's like, maybe you want to be an upmarket security officer, but you're still in fluorescent colours.
Okay, so why, because I'm wearing a orange jacket, mean I can't park here?
No, because you're not in office attire, so clearly you don't work here. I've got clients that...
Well, no, I don't work here. I own a company here. I've got my own office here.
You couldn't have. This is a corporate building. Like,
so
everyone is dressed in corporate wear.
Yeah, but that's their decision.
Yeah, but you don't look like you work here. You don't look like you've got an office here at all.
Love.
No, but this is clearly for staff. You've reserved these spaces for two big corporate clients, and you clearly are not a big corporate client. You don't work here.
Well, no, I don't work here. I own a company here. Okay.
There's no way you could.
Well, but I still work. Sorry, why?
Security.
It's just Prada. It's a £3,000 coat.
Is it though? Like, you still look like you're a security guard.
Oh, hold a minute. How come the car parked down there?
Because that's public. That's where, if you want to park, you can park down there, because that's for the public people.
Okay, but I parked my car here.
No, this is for staff.
Yeah, and I've told you, yeah, like I may not be a member of staff, but I have staff.
So you just said you're not a member of staff. There you go. So
No. I'm not a staff member, but but I've got staff.
For corporate members of staff to park here.
Okay, well, I can be here.
No, you can't.
Why can't I?
Because you're not a corporate member of staff.
Okay, but I own a corporate company inside the building.
There was no way you could. Like,
what do you mean no way I could, love? Listen, love, yeah. Listen here, yeah, honey, yeah. You're probably an admin worker. Okay, listen here, yeah, darling, yeah. You probably make coffee or something, whatever, yeah. Or do the prints.
I do not make coffee.
Okay, okay, maybe a latte, all right, yeah. I can park it if I want to, right? And if you've got corporate clients, they can park right there.
I'm a senior member of staff.
Okay.
I'm not a PA, so do not try and belittle me.
All right, well,
This is unacceptable.
okay, well, you try not to belittle me for having an orange coat.
Dress for the occasion, that's all I'm going to say.
What do you mean for the occasion?
You're going to a corporate office.
Hey, Raj, she said I can't park here. See, Raj over there with the bins, even he's not having it.
Don't try and bring the bin person in.
Okay. Love, I can park it if I want to park it, okay? No. Why?
Because it's for staff. I've explained this many times.
Guys, the next video is absolutely insane. This Karen thinks she owns the street. A man is calmly recording himself on the sidewalk while the Karen drives by and stops and says, "Can I help you?" in the most Karen voice ever. She's even wearing the Karen sunglasses. From the moment she stops her car, she starts interrogating the gentleman as if she's some kind of inspector. She speaks as if she's someone of authority and she deserves an answer. But there's something she doesn't understand. It's completely legal to record in public. Let's roll the clip.
Can I help you?
Cut. What's that?
Can I help you?
I didn't ask for any help.
Why are you recording out here?
Who are you?
My name is Sunny. Why are you recording out here?
And your purpose?
Your purpose, please.
For what?
Yes, please tell me why you're here.
Are you someone of authority?
Please tell me why you're here.
I can't divulge that information.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there an issue?
Yeah, I'm trying to understand why you're recording outside right now.
But that's not none of your business.
Yeah,
How?
because I'm a member here at the church and I'd like to know why you're here.
Well, liking to know something is one thing.
Now, who are you with?
Is the gate gonna hit you by accident?
No, who are you with?
I can't give that information.
Oh, you're allowed to record without giving information?
Of course.
So you're not going to tell me who you're with?
No.
Okay, and you're not going to tell me why you're here?
I can't divulge that information, but you can ask.
Is it, if you can't divulge it, that makes it like a legal thing. So is this like from the news?
Legal? What do you mean?
Why would you divulge? Why would you not be able to divulge?
Why wouldn't I not be able to?
Why can't you divulge?
Because are you someone of authority here?
Well, I've asked the question first.
Right?
So can you tell me why you can't divulge anything?
Well, I need to know if you're authority or not.
So you need authority?
No, well, I mean, if you're just a member here, that's nothing to me, you know?
So you're allowed to record. You have no desire to tell me why you're recording, but you want to know everything about me.
I just asked you your name and you willfully gave it.
Okay, so can I ask why you're recording?
You can ask.
And you don't want to answer?
No.
So are you being rude?
How's that being rude?
I'm just asking.
No.
Okay. So you just want to stand here and record?
I'm out here doing my thing.
Do you know anybody?
Do you?
Yeah, do you know anybody here?
I don't answer those types of questions.
Okay. So I have an individual here who's going to answer questions for you.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Nice.
He'll answer questions for you.
Nice.
Okay.
Right.
I can't wait to hear them because I'd love to know who you are and why you're recording. I'd love to know if you're like, are you doing social media or are you on the news?
You would love to know?
I would love
That's
to know.
crazy.
Okay. But I will ask.
Is this them?
But I will ask.
Is this them?
My children were on camera.
Is this them right here?
And I would like to not have my children
Is this
on camera.
them? Hey,
Sonny. So can you let me know why?
Sonny, he's talking to you. There you go. Good, Sonny.
You recorded my children.
Oh no, because you stopped like.
It's exactly what you do.
Is this what I think it is?
Can you park your truck?
Yeah, go park your truck. Come on, don't be a goose. Damn.
Yeah. Well, I just found out, but I know what you do. It's public property. He can do whatever he wants.
Exactly. She feels entitled to answers. Tell her that's not right.
Well, I wish I knew your name.
Well, you could wish all you want.
It was nice to meet you.
It's nice meeting you as well.
I really, really do hope that one day you would come join us for service.
Can I come in with my camera?
I don't know.
Well, if you can ask, I'd go in right now.
Okay.
All right. Should I wait for you to come back and give me an answer?
You do know that God loves you. Love you.
Well, can I go in with my camera and see if God loves me?
That is not a question I can answer.
Well, can you go ask someone if you're going to invite me in?
Well, you're welcome on the property.
With my camera?
I don't know.
Well, you should watch for that car to your left.
Who's that?
Excuse me.
What do you
Excuse
want?
me.
Yes.
Roll it down, please.
I'm not rolling. Who the hell are you?
Sir, this is private property.
Sure,
This
I'm
is
a leg
private
mechanic.
lane.
So what?
Sir.
Hey,
Listen to me. This is do you have a permit to be here?
It's none of your damn business.
Okay, sir, we pay a lot.
Step away from my car.
Sir.
Step away from my car.
Sir, my American tax dollars pay for this permit. This is a private lake. Y'all don't look like you're supposed to be here.
I'm more American like you. You look like European. Where do you come from? Poland?
Sir, roll down this
You
window.
come from Poland or Russia, huh?
But to call the police.
My tax is more than your whole salary. Get out of here.
Sir.
No, don't serve me.
Sir.
Hey, don't you dare touch my car.
Oh my God, babe, just go.
Don't you dare, huh? You're lucky I got
Y'all can, oh my God, he hit me.
Ya khanziri. Ya khanziri, you're calling the police, you say I hit you? Yes. You're filming everything, right?
Man just struck me. I'm at my low.
She's lying, then you...
And he just struck me.
She's a liar.
He is shouting, sir.
Give me my...
He is shouting at me, saying something about my salam alaikum or alaikum salam or something. I don't, sir. Yes. Yes, please send help right away.
It's finally new stars an entitled trans woman. She thinks she's amazing and perfect, even though she's not. This is a classic example of how being a woman, even as a trans woman, will make you delusional. They hype each other up, making each other's delusions even higher, and confirming them. Let's play the clip.
I'm Allie, better known for Al Weezy. I'm 22 years old from Arizona, and I'm a certified bad bitch.
You're, huh?
A certified baddie. I'm a fucking plus size trans woman living in Arizona.
Wait,
like,
did you say you're trans? Wait, you're trans?
Yes, I'm trans.
I thought,
I feel like in the last year or so, like my style is like ever so changing when it comes to confidence. Mainly because like compared to when I was like 21 or 22.
Chase, why are you laughing? Chase, why are you laughing?
Nothing.
Sorry, he's laughing.
Please continue.
He's
Please
laughing
continue.
at the chat. Fucking Chase.
21, 22.
Please continue.
Yeah. How dare you, Chase?
Please continue, as you were saying.
No, just like basically saying that like compared to when I was younger, like let's say I'm wearing like a little black slip dress and you know like a little wedge to the club with a YSL bag, that would make me feel pretty. But like as I'm getting older, it's like almost like when I cover up, it's like you feel more beautiful. But I guess that's something that comes with age, and like I feel like a lot of younger girls.
Yeah, like in high school, you're just gonna want to wear what every other girl wears, like a crop top and like some booty shorts or whatever.
Yeah. Can I specifically ask this to you? We totally don't have to speak about it if you're uncomfortable, but what age did you start identifying as a woman?
This next clip involves a petty woman who was trying to make fun of and taunt a guy. She called the man immature and acted as if she was better than him. The guy decided to humble her by saying that at least he wasn't second choice 3 times in a row. The woman started crying because she couldn't handle her own pill. Let's roll the clip.
Honestly, you're so immature, it's actually embarrassing.
Alright, cool, but...
Next.
So? I know.
Hey,
come on, man. I'm only second choice like 3 times in it, so...
Did you hear what he just said? What? He said, say that again. What did he say? Go on, what? Jess, what did he say? Go on, say it, go on. Go on, say it.
I said you're the one that's been second choice like 3 times in it, so... She's first choice now, no problem.
Speak here and generally.
Come on, you wish.
But the thing is, it's tit for tat. People give it and people take it, so it is what it is. You give it, you've got to be able to take it. Sometimes people say things that aren't very nice.
We can all tell that those are clearly crocodile tears. She cried because she knew that if she cried, it would make the man look like the bad guy, even though she was the one who started it. Do you guys think that gender and sex are the same thing? And if not, does that mean that we can also define race by our own understanding? Because from my understanding, gender is clearly linked to biology, which is sex. But if gender can be changed based on our preferences or our decisions, then can our race also be changed in a similar manner? If I identify as a black man, will I be a black man? I don't think so. This next clip involves Piers Morgan's using this same analogy to question the standards of these wokies.
If I now identify as a black man, am I a black man?
Why are you conflating race with gender, Piers?
I'm just asking you a question, Ernest.
That's intellectually dishonest.
If I identify...
That's intellectually dishonest.
Maybe, but it's a question you don't want to answer, isn't it? If self-identity is limitless,
Because
I'm
race
now
is
a
not
black
the same
man
as gender.
called Ernest.
Because race
Am
is not
I?
the same as gender.
Am I a black man if I say I'm a black man?
No, because you're a
Okay.
white man. Because
Thank you.
it's race.
So you don't
Because race
respect
is not
my
the same as
rights
gender.
to identify as a black man, do you? Do you think it's ridiculous?
You can identify as a black man. You can identify as a black man, Pierce, but I know you lean on white privilege more than anything else.
Okay,
But
just
you
to be
wouldn't
clear,
if you wanted to.
you wouldn't respect my
So don't
rights
even
to
be
identify as a...
dishonest.
You don't respect my rights to identify as a black man. In fact, you think it's ridiculous, don't you, Ernest?
You could, Pierce, you could if you wanted to. And the reality is
Would
that
you
in
respect
society,
me,
a white
Ernest?
man like you
Would you
can
respect
identify
me?
as black
Would you
and
respect
not,
me
and not
and
be
refer to
harmed
me as
in
a
the same
black
way
man?
that a transgender person would.
Would you respect me and refer to me as
Say
a
it
black
again?
man?
No.
Thank you, Ernest. Okay.
In this next clip, Charlie Kirk decimates a struggling individual. Let's see the clip.
You think it's an insult to be manly?
Well,
yeah, I would see it. You're crossing your legs like a queer.
I could see that you're a struggling individual. So let me ask you, are you trans?
I am a man. None of the right talks about trans men, and I want to know why. Make eye contact with me, please, like a man.
Wow.
People who
Wait, so you acknowledge
people who
that I'm a
have-
man? I thought that you're like this trans activist.
I am a man, and you are a man, and
Well,
you'll look me in the eye like
I
a
don't-
man.
I'm not sure what you are, but okay.
Look me in the eyes,
women.
please. Come on. Are you autistic? Here, look here, look here.
I can look anywhere I please. Calm down a little bit, okay?
Do you know how to make eye contact?
Yeah, I do, and I can also look at the audience because I'm mature enough not to have to stare you at all the time because I'm not a psychopath, okay? So.
This next clip involves a wokie who's misgendering a man, but she doesn't realize that this is contradictory to her own stance, because she's the one who believes that anyone can be anything, and a man and woman are relative and a personal choice.
What gender do you think you are?
I'm a male.
Maybe I think you're a woman.
No, legally I'm a male. It says on my driver's license that I'm a male.
What if I say I don't believe you?
It doesn't matter.
What gender do you think I am?
I would assume you're female.
See, you're making assumptions.
Yes.
I identify as non-binary.
Respectfully, it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
What pronoun should I use?
You should use they, them pronouns.
What if I don't?
If you don't, I would consider that disrespectful, and that's actually an act of violence to intentionally misgender someone.
Here we come to the issue. You just said that's an act of violence. That means
Yes.
it's an actionable offense. That means it's a crime. We have no idea how many pronouns there are. We can never know how many pronouns there are. And to not use a proper pronoun
You could ask.
is an act of violence against them. Did you ask my pronouns before you sat down?
No, I didn't ask your pronouns.
You just talked about me being privileged. You understand? No one goes around asking pronouns before they speak with people.
Hey guys, I got a question for you. Should all athletes earn the same amount of money? For example, should athletes in the WNBA earn the same amount as athletes in the NBA? Please let me know in the comments down below.
Now, if they make it to the final, the girls will get $5,500 each. The blokes will get $69,000 each. Each! How can anyone justify this item?
They can't.
No.
I mean, the gender. I beg your pardon.
I can justify it.
How?
Why?
Well, I tell you what, stars don't get paid more money because, I mean, a sport doesn't become interesting because the stars are paid more money. Stars get paid more money because the sport is interesting. Let me ask you this. How many of you guys on the panel know who our Australian Matildas are playing in the quarterfinals? No, because you don't care about it. Now, when you start to go and watch these women play the wonderful football they do, then they'll earn more money.
But I don't go to watch the men play football either.
Yeah, I know, but a lot of people do. The Men's World Cup is one of the biggest money spinners on the planet. Women's football, even though at grassroots level it's working really, really well, it's got a long way to go. The other thing, let me ask you this about sports equality. The top 10 fastest men of all time in terms of sprinters are all black, of African origin. Are you telling me that the white guys should say, hold on, we should be paid just as much as the black guys for sprinting? No, because they're not as fast.
Is a man less of a man if he can't change a flat tire?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Is a woman less of a woman if she can't cook a meal from scratch?
We're biased, we're women.
No, that's not a good answer.
Do you believe we're in a transitional phase between women being old-fashioned and being independent?
Yes, we're already there.
If so, what are we transitioning to?
Feminism.
I hope we're transitioning to women and men being equal.
We're transitioning into a lot of women being cat ladies.
Do you think a woman would be welcomed at a woman's march if she's pro-life or has traditional values?
Nope.
So do feminists really care
Not
about all
nowadays.
women or just the women who agree with them?
Feminists do not care about women.
So is it really about women's choice?
No, because it's not allowing each individual woman to decide for herself. It's not respecting each individual woman. It's conforming to a propaganda.
I can respect these women for at least being honest, that they are biased. Most women don't accept that they have a lot of double standards, and that equality only matters to them when it benefits them. Charlie Kirk brings a great point in this next clip. He asked the women on the panel if they see the inconsistency between modern day feminists, where they want men to go to war for them but they don't want to go with them, even though if we were truly equal, both men and women would have to deal with going to the military.
For those of you that said you were feminist, do you see any inconsistency between saying that you want equality, but you're cool with sending men to run into machine guns to protect your society? Does anyone wrestle with that?
I didn't say I was a feminist.
I'm not going to allow you guys to weasel your way out of Charlie's question here. Those of you who consider yourself feminist, how do you reconcile being a feminist, being for equality, but also not being in favor of women being subject to forced military conscription the same way that men are?
Well, then if I'm not a feminist under your eyes, then that's fine. I just...
Would you acknowledge, though, that that would be a pure equality between men and women?
Yeah. If everyone
so you're not in
got
favor of
drafted,
equality
yeah.
when it doesn't stand to benefit women?
Yeah, but again, I never pushed for 100% equality within feminism. Not
so
every
you only
feminist
want the
believes
equality
that.
that benefits women?
No, I want the equality that benefits humanity.
How would you define being woke?
God. Intensely annoying.
I think woke is kind of just progressive culture, and I feel like it gets kind of vilified by a lot of right-wing, I don't know, older generations to kind of just label young people's ideologies, and I think it can be used in a damaging way.
It really depends on what sense you're using it in. I think there's like for and against arguments for it in every way. I think people should just let people be who they want to be and do what they want to do without having to be like, you're on this side, you're on that side, you're being so woke.
There's forms of political correctness that I find utterly stifling. It cuts out the possibility for dialogue. This whole idea of a cancel culture terrifies me. I think identity politics can be taken to extremes.
I guess just being aware of your surroundings and like the current climate, and I think just adjusting yourself to whatever environment that you're in. There is some genuineness and wokeness, and like there's some good things coming out of it. There are some bad, there are some performative people who are woke, but you know, there's good in everything, there's bad in everything.
Everyone is judge and jury, and the verdict is out before no one has time to even scroll to the next image on their phone.
I see like a lot of the older generations, they use, oh yeah, the woke agenda is such a bullshit thing. But no, woke is just another word for like having a progressive society, you know.
The original feminist movement was about true equality, while nowadays it has become a movement about elevating women. Wokies put men down while lifting women up. If women continue to subscribe to this movement, they will end up as cat ladies. A lot of them.
If you guys also think being woke is extremely annoying, then click the like button down below.
This next clip is absolutely amazing. A woman asks a black man if he identifies as black. Ain't that a new one? You would suppose that she can see that he is black from his skin color, but no, she needs further confirmation because he may identify as a different race. Check this clip out, guys.
Do you identify as black? No, it's a serious question because you might not identify. Can you please put the mic? Thank you. Okay.
When I walked into the room,
I am not done with my question.
Oh, young lady.
I'm just asking you to listen to me.
And I'm about to answer your first question.
But I didn't finish my question.
Okay. Yeah, I'm black.
Are you a voter?
I am a voter. I'm a registered voter.
I vote and you vote. So I'm talking to voters of this country that will determine the future of Western civilization. That's what I'm doing here. Yeah? Wait, hold on. How is it any different than a professor talking to you?
Than a professor talking to you? Who are you?
Well, important enough for you to come up to a microphone.
Actually, when I first saw this ad, I thought it was like an improv comedy thing. It looked so ridiculous that I didn't even think it was real.
Well, no, you could see. Look how popular Trump is on your campus. How does that make you feel? That's not comedy. That is a 5-alarm fire for Kamala Harris because she's probably going to lose Pennsylvania.
Look.
But no, I just want to be clear. Is there something wrong with talking to voters?
No, there's nothing wrong with talking to
Well, that's what
voters.
we're doing here today. It's an open mic.
I think that you push a dangerous agenda.
Such as?
Your stance on abortion rights, for example.
Here we go.
If you're old enough to vote, then you're old enough to discuss important topics that involve this country's future.
Well, first of all, it's not a baby, it's a fetus.
What does fetus mean?
A fetus is in utero.
What does fetus mean in Latin?
What the f? I'm sorry, is this
It means little human being.
Ooh, this smile is very creepy. Okay,
Smiling is creepy?
No, your smile specific.
Got it.
But let's go back to, we're losing track here.
No, but what species is the fetus?
The fetus is not a species yet. It's technically classified as a parasite until it is viable.
So,
now I want to talk to you about something very quickly.
I can't get past that. Are you saying a baby is a disease or a tumor?
A parasite is not a disease and a tumor. Those are not the same thing. A parasite is defined as something that cannot survive outside of its host. A baby, before it is viable, cannot survive outside of a woman's womb.
Got it. So let's extrapolate that.
It is not a living organism.
Fetus, according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, means specifically a developing human being.
In what sense is our society male-dominated?
The fact that the vast majority of wealth is owned by men, the vast majority of capital is owned by men. Women do more unpaid labor.
A huge proportion of people who are seriously disaffected are men. Most people in prison are men. Most people who are on the street are men. Most victims of violent crime are men. Most people who commit suicide are men. Most people who die in wars are men. People who do worse in school are men. Where's the dominance here precisely? What you're doing is you're taking a tiny substrata of hyper-successful men and using that to represent the entire structure of Western society. There's nothing about that that's vaguely...
Jordan Peterson is right in saying that society may be dominated by men in many categories, but society is also dominated by men in many unfavorable categories.
Would you describe yourself as a feminist?
Yes.
Do you believe in gender equality?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so how do you reconcile believing in gender equality, but also holding men to their traditional gender roles of paying for the first date?
Well, I'm just saying that's my personal view. A woman being a feminist is just doing whatever you want to do and not being bashed by society for that.
Well, I'm just asking you, you said that men should pay immediately, right? Yeah. So my question is, if you believe in gender equality, don't you think you ought to split the bill on the first date?
No, because my main concern with gender equality is through, like, yes, in society, like, fixing that, and through, like, the system, but, yeah, I don't, oh my god.
Hold on,
you just like, ugh.
Try to keep a straight face. Try to keep a straight face, John.
No, I'm done talking.
The media influences and brainwashes women to think that society is against them from the beginning. But in reality, all of society is helping them from the beginning. These wokies don't understand their own double standards.
Men date down?
Yeah.
No.
It's way harder for men to get women than the reverse.
I'll tell you, I've like flirted with guys that I know are out of my league, and they don't want anything to do with me.
Yeah.
So they don't date down.
Well, it's not a guarantee that all men are going to, but I would say generally speaking, men will date down.
Oh, are you talking about social class or attractiveness?
Both.
Oh.
Men men definitely date down social class.
Okay,
a man who's a doctor, a man who's an attorney will date a barista. A female attorney, a female doctor, she's probably not looking a barista's way.
You're just a bigot. You can go.
Oh, what makes me a bigot, ma'am? Or sir? I'm not sure. I didn't misgender you, did I?
Oh, please go f*** yourself.
Oh, that's not very ladylike.
Oh, now you're f***ing misgendering me. Ladylike.
Oh, well, what are you exactly?
None of your f***ing business. What are you?
But you said I misgendered you. If I don't know what you are, how can I not misgender you?
No, let's be honest. He's got a point.
Are men and women equal? Actually, women are better than men. What do men bring to the world? Literally nothing. Women, the vibes, just everything.
Everything you know and love. If you look around the entire infrastructure of our nation, our economy, every building you walk into, the way that you are portraying your ideas and opinions is through technology and infrastructure and an economy and a nation that was not only built, but it's still maintained to this day by men.
Did men allow you to have that haircut?
You taking personal attacks makes me seem like the more intelligent.
Okay, I understand.
Validate your point, not some personal attack because you're losing the argument. Feminism stops whenever it's inconvenient for y'all. By definition, you are delusional if you cannot defend your ideas.
You should go.
I actually don't go to therapy.
I am extremely proud of seeing this young man stand up for himself. While these women berate him, he's able to articulate himself and use good arguments against these women while they attack him personally.
She wasn't ready.
Someone gets rich doesn't mean someone gets poor.
Yes, it does.
Explain that
In
to
this
me.
society, it does.
Explain that to me. When you
someone
bought
gets richer-
your hat, who got poor?
The people who made the hat.
What, they voluntarily contributed their labor
they did
and they
not.
got paid for it.
No, they did not.
They didn't?
There's workers in other countries who are enslaved to make things that I'm wearing right now.
Then why would you buy it?
Wearing. Because there's no other options in our capitalist country. There are no other options in our capitalist country.
That's totally and factually incorrect. Make your own clothes.
There aren't very many options for that.
Well, so what you're trying to say is you outsource your goods and services in a capital voluntary because you don't want to spend the time to go make your own clothes.
Basing an entire economic system on capital, on wealth, is not the best for each person in the world.
So you would want to live in a communal society, essentially, right? So why don't you go live like the Amish right now and go do it because they live in a communal society?
That's not the point.
It really saddens me to see what wokeism does to people. It ruins them and changes them in a really negative way.
What do you have to say to the trans students on this campus who actively feel victimized by your presence here today? Additionally, you just pointed out that this man detransitioned, but earlier in your speech you...
Guys, I want to hear her. Go ahead. What do I have to say? Just the question, please. No speech. What is the question?
What do you have to say to the trans students on this campus who feel actively victimized by your presence here?
Life's tough. Get a helmet, man. I'm too pregnant for this. Next question.
Many woke people don't understand that life is tough and they have to deal with their problems. Nobody is coming to save you.
It's like, well, if going out on a date with a guy makes me a slut, then that's just what I'm gonna be.
I don't think going out on a date makes you a slut, but having sex with different men makes you a slut.
Well, what does it make you if you have sex with different women?
A slut maker.
I'm not sure I quite agree with the man here. A slut maker is also a bob or a male whore. What do you guys think? Finally, it's time for my favorite clip. Here we have an annoying wokie who was being extremely disrespectful to Charlie Kirk. Although out of Charlie's character, it was completely understandable how he was so mad. Aligning with these wokie's character, the other wokie was cunning and saw this opportunity to get Charlie even angrier. He followed Charlie and purposely taunted him while telling him to go back to his seat in order to arouse Charlie's anger even more and make Charlie seem like a fool. Charlie was able to calm down and sit back in his seat and was able to offset the taunts from the other wokie. Let's roll the clip.
I live like a capitalist every single day, Cenk. I live as a capitalist,
hey.
I live what I believe.
No.
What do I do? I get charity every single year.
Hold on.
What's my salary? Less than his.
Charlie, take a
Come on,
seat.
Cenk, let's go.
Charlie,
What
take
are you
doing? Take a seat. Take a seat.
Psycho?
All right, no. Take a seat. You're gonna take a seat. You're gonna take a seat over here.
Oh my God. What's my salary?
All right. Ridiculous. All right, behave, everyone. Jesus Christ. Okay.
I practice what I preach, Cenk.
Charlie.
You do not practice what
Finally,
you
time for my favorite clip of the day, guys. In this last clip, the cameraman opens his door and a Karen yells at him saying his music is too loud. What we don't know about this cameraman is that he is a master at game. He somehow invites the woman in and makes her listen to the song while he gets down and dirty. What's even more surprising is that this Karen has 3 kids. Now either she's cheating on her boyfriend or she's just a baby mama. Later he records her hiding under the blanket out of embarrassment. You guys need to see this.
Can you lower your music? I have 3 kids. I'm trying to put my baby to sleep.
I promise you that I had it lowered in.
No, it's so loud. I can hear it through my walls.
Oh.
Please lower it.
It's really not that loud. You don't like it or something?
No, I don't want to hear your music.
So you want to come in and listen
My
to
babies
it?
are trying to go to sleep.
You don't want to come in and listen to it?
No, I can hear it through my walls. I don't need to come in and listen to it.
Alright, cool.
You can hear it down the block.
Alright, cool. I got you, man.
Please lower your music.
A few moments later. So you say that you like the song?
Yeah, that's good.
How I go?
Express yourself. Ow! Stop! You better not post this shit. Get away from me.
I gotta be right here. Why you covering yourself for?
Don't record me, please. Me.
You got the song downloaded?
Yeah, I have it downloaded.
Play it, I don't believe you. Oh, easy.
Alright guys, that's it for this video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and see you next time on Alpha Empire.